What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 58 of the Bristol Rovers Career Mode series. In this episode we've got quite a special episode. I'm going to bring you guys an extra long episode, a 15-minute long episode jam-packed with 3 games. If you do want to see this in the future and prefer these long episodes, do let me know in the comments down below, because I'm more inclined to do them as I have a lot of footage to get through that has been pre-recorded. I probably played all these games about 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember playing them, so you know, that's how long ago it was. I can't even remember playing them. It certainly wasn't yesterday, it certainly wasn't last week, probably more like 2 weeks ago, because I'm so ahead of everything, and of course I'm still busy with my revision. But when I have time, I do record footage, but I'm not uploading as much, but I'm more inclined maybe to upload less often but longer videos. If you guys do want that, then let me know in the comments down below. Or if you do want 2 games per episode but uploaded every day if possible when I can, also let me know in the comments down below. But first of all, we're going into this 3-game episode against Blackburn Rovers. And Blackburn Rovers, they are a solid side. They got Jordan Rhodes up front. They got a really solid side. They got Paul Robinson in goal, and he was an absolute nightmare. He saved absolutely everything. It was so hard to get past him. And in the 27th minute, we get a chance here with Ryan Brunt as he does a lovely through ball over the top. And I think that is Ellis Harrison. No, it's Graben. And he crosses that one in. And the header from Ryan Gould just goes wide. Speaking of Ryan Gould, maybe it's time to sell Ryan Gould, because he's not really been performing that well. And I think it's time to say goodbye to him, because he's one of those players that just, they don't grow whatsoever. It's a glitch player. I'm not sure why. And talking to Paul Robinson, actually, what is he doing? We've seen this many a times in FIFA 14 and in this career mode, as well as others that I've done. The goalkeeper's just decided to come out, and I cannot understand why. He's just decided to take on the whole team, and that is a silly mistake. That would never happen in real life unless the goalkeeper went completely AWOL, but I just don't understand why the goalkeeper would do that. In the end, I didn't actually shoot the ball. I just did, I pressed B to try and tackle the keeper, because I wanted that madman to stop and just try and get the ball off of him and try and put it into the empty net. And in the end, I do so with Louis Graben just by tackling Paul Robinson. He had an absolute nightmare there. Don't know what he was doing. I think it might be a bit of a bug with EA and goalkeepers. I know goalkeepers this year are just absolutely messed up. They've got a mind of their own. And in the end, we make it 1-0. Pretty strange fashion as well. I wouldn't expect to be scoring in that way every single day of the week. Put it that way. You're not going to see that often at all. And in the end, we do actually injure a player here. And Tom Parks just wants him to get off of him, because he was just laying on top of him, not getting up. Look at him there. He just wants him to get off of him. So many weird things happening in this game. And in the end, the player does get injured. And that kind of made me kind of lean back a little bit, because that player there that went off injured was the main player that was causing the problems for me in this game. And of course, Paul Robinson was as well. Apart from that fluke, that mistake that he made, I don't know what to call it really. He was playing fantastically. Look, a save there, and then the defence just manages to clear that with ease. It just goes to show Blackburn Rovers are an absolutely quality side. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's the 90th minute here. You wouldn't think there would be any other chances in the game, but in the end, I do not know what Michael Smith was doing there, and David Goodwillie manages to score in the 90th minute. Robert Lainton wasn't expecting it. Bristol Rovers weren't expecting it. And neither were the Blackburn Rovers fans, as well as the Blackburn players. I was just so shocked when that went in. Michael Smith had an absolute, wow, I don't know. He just didn't get it there, and he really should have. It was a poor mistake, and in the end, David Goodwillie manages to finish that off. Robert Lainton tried to come out, but in the end, we do, well, concede that goal there. And in the end, I went ultra-attacking because I really wanted to get that goal back. I wanted to get all 3 points off of Blackburn Rovers, and I was trying to do it into the 90th minute. Right here, you'd think it would be a great chance to score. Shaquille Hunter using his pace, cutting inside, and Clayton's there, and he misses an open goal pretty much. I do not know how he could hit the post there. I was so infuriated when that happened. I was really livid. I could not believe my luck, and I couldn't believe Blackburn's luck to score in the 90th minute. But to be honest with you, it could have been 1-0 to Blackburn. I mean, the fact that we scored that goal in the 47th minute with Louis Graben, when Paul Robinson just went absolutely nuts, he just decided to take on the whole team. We've seen it before and it happened again, but saying that, I thought they were more dominant in the game, but they only had one shot on target, and that was from David Goodwillie, their saviour, and they do pick up 1 point, which is a bit disappointing. And in the end, we move on. You know, things happen in FIFA, and you've just got to move on. And we're hoping for a better result against Arsenal at Court Lane, at our home stadium, against Arsenal in the Capital One Cup. Round of 16, we've done very well to get to this stage, actually. We've beaten a few big teams so far, but Arsenal's going to be our biggest threat, our biggest obstacle that we're going to have to face. But hopefully we will come out on top. I do not know. When you look at Arsenal's lineup, they don't have the strongest of lineups. They probably aren't expecting anything more than probably about 3-0 in this game against us. I had probably one of the strongest lineups that I could possibly have, and I actually stuck Sebastian Vieira in goal because it was interesting to see if he would actually do better than Robert Lainton, and I was of course very angry from the last game. And this fixture was very close to the Blackburn Rovers fixture, so in the end we will have a little bit of a weaker side. We are playing Belek in this game, of course, our free agent that we did pick up, and got a pretty solid side there. Not too bad indeed, and you can see there that Arsenal have a very interesting side. They've got a mix of first team players being Koscielny and Monreal, and then they've just got some random players in there. I'm pretty sure they're youth players or players that they're not first team players. They're more like cup game players, and in the end, it was the most boring half of football I've played on FIFA ever. It was a midfield battle, and in the end, we went into half-time 0-0. It was so disappointing. None of us had any chances. Look at that. Not even a shot on target for us. Only one for Arsenal. We were hoping that the second half would have better things to come. But if not, it would be extra time and penalties, which is something I was not looking forward to if that would be the case. I was looking to get the goal, or maybe just to get knocked out in the second half, because I was just not looking forward to the stress of penalties because I'm so bad at them. And that right there probably could have been a penalty. But in the end, Vieira makes a fantastic save and another save. So a double save there from Vieira, proving why he should be in the first team and proving to me that he is a fantastic keeper. Once again, Oxlade-Chamberlain's shot is well saved. You may have questioned why I did sign this guy on a pre-contract, but there you go. There's the reason why. When he does play him, when he gets into the first team, he is absolutely incredible. Yes, I don't like his height. Yes, I don't like his handling, but to be honest with you, that's not been a problem so far. Against a team like Arsenal, this is the biggest challenge. One of the biggest challenges anyway. Probably the biggest challenge would be Real Madrid or maybe Bayern Munich. But certainly Arsenal are a very strong side. And to be pulling off saves like that against world-class players, that is applaudable, really. For a goalkeeper of his calibre, he's really proving why he should be better rated than that 72 rating that he has at the moment. But if I do give him another contract, he will want £5 a week. He's currently on £750 a week because I did get him on a pre-contract from quite a small club, but because of his overall and his stats on him, he's going to want a lot more. So that's my worry, and I may have to sell him because of that, because I can't actually afford most of these players' wages if they do ask for wage increases, which is going to be very worrying for me because we have restricted finances, and maybe it's my fault for being spending happy and using all those finances to the best of my ability to make the best possible team. But at the end of the day, I want more funds, and the Bristol Rovers board, they're just being stingy arses, and it's really annoying. And something else that was really annoying, I went into penalties against Arsenal. How would I have standed a chance against Arsenal? I mean, that was a fantastic save there from Vieira, guessing the right way. But I always find in penalty shootouts that sometimes the penalties are quite laggy. If you have the same problem as me, do let me know in the comments down below, because it'll be interesting to see if I'm not the only one, because I feel that sometimes when I'm taking penalties, they're a little bit laggy and I don't get it on target. Maybe that's just me being bad at penalties. But to be honest with you, I've won most of my penalty shootouts on FIFA 13, especially in career mode as well. So this is no excuse, really. I just don't understand why this is happening to me. I used to be incredibly good at penalty shootouts, but now I'm just not good enough. And in the end, we lose the penalty shootout 3-1. Very disappointing from us. Sebastian Vieira was an absolute tank in this game, and unfortunately, we couldn't win on the penalty shootout and justify his performance, because Arsenal were dominant in the game. They should have gone through. They did deserve to go through, and in the end they did. And we would have played West Ham because they went through on penalties against Hull City. in a similar match to us, although they did score 4 goals in their game, and we didn't score any. And we're not looking good so far, are we? We've only got a draw in this game, and that was against Blackburn. And of course, we lost on penalties just now to Arsenal. So I'm hoping that we can win this game against, I think this is, what team is this? I have no idea what team this is, but we're 3 points behind Wigan, nevertheless, and we've got quite a weak side going into this game. Playing Jovan Vidal at right back for his debut appearance in a Bristol Rovers shirt. I'm not going to be using him that much this season. I probably gave him a wrong squad role that he was expecting, but I just wanted to sign him so that he could be in the club, and if any of the players did get a little bit tired, then I could put him in that right back position instead of Michael Smith. If Michael Smith did get injured, I'd have a right back as cover, I guess you could say, but he's certainly not the best, and that's for sure. He's tall, but his physical stats are bad. His mental stats are bad. He's just, overall, he's not really a good player, and I'd expect a lot better from a 63 overall. He probably has the stats of about a 55, maybe 56 overall. If I'm going to be honest with you, I do not know how he's rated 63, but I guess maybe it's something to do with the other stats that he inherits. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, but he doesn't look like he's got the stats of a 63 overall. But anyway, we do score the kickoff glitch. I know, I'm sorry, I scored it again. I don't do it that often, and as I said, when I'm really annoyed and I want to win a game, I just do that. I just go out, I go all out and I score, and Blackpool were just not able to defend us that well. They did have Tom Ince up front, who of course is playing for Crystal Palace now. I don't know if that's a permanent deal, I'm pretty sure it is. But in the end, we do score 2 goals here. One with Clayton just now, and one with Ryan Brunt from kickoff. I do apologise for the kickoff glitch. I'm not going to be doing it anymore. I can't actually remember these games, so whatever I did 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever it was, I do apologise, and we do make it 2-0 there in great fashion. But Blackpool was certainly not out of the game. They were looking to get a goal back, and straight from kickoff, really poor defending really from my part. I was just backing off and backing off, hoping that they wouldn't cross it in. And in the end, they do pick up the ball, luckily here through a couple of deflections. Cross it in, and it's an easy header. Robert Lainton couldn't save that, and our defence couldn't handle that either. I think that was Bailey Wright at that far post that couldn't defend that, and that's a problem that I am finding. He's only 5'9", is Bailey Wright, so maybe when it does come to the BPL with some taller strikers such as Kenwyne Jones, he's going to struggle in those matches, and I may need to get a replacement. But he is our highest rated centre-back at the moment, and he is playing like a god. 96 jumping does aid his 5'9" height, although he does seem a lot taller on the pitch. It's a bit strange, really. I'm pretty sure he's not 5'9", because I've got a lot of players like Max Clayton, who's a little bit taller, but he just seems a lot shorter. I don't know if that's because of his agility. I don't know what it is. But in the end, we do pick up a corner here, and from this corner, we do get a good chance to score, but in the end, we don't manage to score that. It was a good shot from Max Clayton in the first place, but we couldn't score, unfortunately. And into the 63rd minute, Ryan Gould dispossesses his man, crosses it into the box, and in the end, I don't know how I got to that rebound there, but it's a nice acrobatic kick from Max Clayton to get his second goal of the game. I think it's his second goal of the game, and unlucky from Ryan Brunt not to score from that weird angle of a header. If you look at how he headed the ball, it was really weird, and the goalkeeper should have caught that, if I'm honest with you, but he did parry it into the face of Max Clayton, and it's a lovely little acrobatic scissor kick kind of goal there to make it 3-1, and that's how the game does end. We do win the game 3-1. A very good result from the team, and we were playing very well in this match. Deserved the win, and you can see we had a clash there with the referee. Don't know what he was doing there, but he wouldn't get out of the way of the player. A lot of weird things happening in this episode, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's quite strange, but anyway, we do win the game 3-1, very deserved. Blackpool were in the game a little bit, but we deserved the win in the end, and we win the game 3-1, and make up for our 2-1 loss against Arsenal and the draw that we had against Blackburn earlier on at the beginning of the episode. But we're going to have a score report here, and if you do want to see any of the players, as always, pause the video and have a look at their stats. We've got a lot of progression in the side, and Abubakar Belek, yes, I said his name right. Our left back, our French left back, is doing very well for himself. He's already up by +2 already, having signed him in the summer window, and he's a very good free agent pickup. That's probably something that I'd recommend to you guys, picking up free agents. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this extra long episode of Career Mode. If you do want more extra long episodes of Career Mode from me, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter for updates, as that's the best way to keep in touch with me and the updates that I do have on my upload schedule. But guys, really hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please leave it a like. It did take a long time to make this, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Career Mode. Thanks for watching.